This is Chris Kell with our first presentation in our MFIT Coaches series, our MFIT System Essentials. And we're just going to talk a little bit in this video about the essential things to know in MFIT, what we teach our clients, and what are sort of the bedrocks of our program. So first and foremost, we provided you an outline. It's labeled Group Fitness Outline that we're going to put in your Dropbox. All right, Dropbox is just an online file server that I will explain, but our outline has support videos that you're going to be able to access to fill in the blanks for some of the information that I talk about in this presentation. And at the conclusion of this presentation, just take a couple minutes, look over the videos, and this will make a lot more sense. Anything that you don't understand, feel free to ask questions and, make suggestions as well. We're always open to feedback. So MFIT in action. Our goal with MFIT is to build a community. All right. This program began over 5 years ago when I owned a personal training studio, and we sort of made the transition from one-to-one training into group exercise. As you can see there, that's me at 26, about a year after I opened my gym, up on the left there, and all of those ladies are still with us, and so that's it means a lot to me. And as you can see, that's my client Ann. She's 66 years old, doing her first push-up on the floor, whereas that's my client Sharon, deadlifting her body weight for the first time. And so for us, we're very much a community-based program, and the power of community is why group exercise works so very well, and why things like CrossFit boot camps are so popular nowadays. And our goal is to build a sound training program, helping people to do things that they never felt that they could, while doing it in a safe way. And so all of those are important, and all of those are things that we put into our program. And so who we are is a community-based approach to fitness, and the goal for us is to offer specific and individualized training approach in a group setting. Okay, and you'll see that as we screen people, as we do orientations, we can really sort of put people into the right programs to be successful. We have a variety of different programs where we start somebody in our beginner boot camp and they progress all the way up to weight training and more structured routine. So we can take it as far as we want, but the support for this program, what we offer as far as the education piece and everything else goes, really is what I consider to be the bedrock of MFIT, and why I'm so proud of this, and why I consider it to be, an individualized approach to group fitness, and what we want to emphasize, with what we do. As far as who you are a role model, a motivator, a friend, and a dispenser of pain. All right. If I've hired you, you can put up with my quirks. You're able to obviously read our workouts, take clients through programs, but more than that, you're acting as a role model to sort of guide the person into a place where they not only feel motivated, but they feel taken care of, and they feel part of a community. That is the strength of any program, and that is what I want more than anything. And if you are watching this presentation, how much respect I have for you, and how much of a role model I think you are. So I think that's huge, and really what I look for in a coach, more than experience necessarily. As far as staff logistics go, first, how are you going to get paid? Payment is done every 2 weeks, and we report our hours to Frank, who is the general manager of our Gold's Gym partner. Payments are done through the gym, so you simply email him your hours, and you will be paid at the front desk. You just go ask for your check, and they'll set you up. We have a staff meeting on the 1st and 3rd of every month on Wednesday at 8 p.m. And as far as dress code goes, I either want you to wear an MFIT shirt or a black and white top and bottom. It can really be any combination, but those are our colors. And if you don't have an MFIT shirt, we will get you one. So don't you worry about that. Now, as far as our training code of conduct goes, the key for us is to show up early to set up training and to meet with clients. Oftentimes, if you're weighing clients in, or you want to meet with one client about one particular thing, you're always going to have people, or you're always going to get questions about the program. So try to show up at least 5 to 10 minutes early so you can get set up. Cell phones are off during training, both clients and trainers. And the key is the workout is about the client, not about us. And that doesn't mean that you can't talk about yourself or things that are going on in your life. Like, clients want to know that stuff, and we're all human beings. It's just don't be giving a soap opera to your client, overshadowing their stuff. We are here to listen to them. We are here to serve them, and that's always the focus, versus, the opposite. As far as eating in front of clients goes, I think it's okay if we use like a protein bar or a protein shake, something small, some, juicing, that's okay. But if we're talking about like eating a ham sandwich while you're training, that's kind of a no-no. We don't want to be kind of a mess in front of our clients. And the other thing with that is that when we're warming people up, particularly if we have somebody that's just come into class, after not being able to screen them, watching them in the warm up is going to give us an idea of what we're dealing with. So, for example, if they're doing a squat to stand, but they're not hinging at their hips or their low back is rounding, that their range of motion is going to be limited. Or if their knee hurts in a split squat, that you're going to have to sub knee dominant exercises. This gives us kind of a quick idea of what we can and cannot do. Progressive resistance, all right, the idea that we want to make stuff harder, heavier. Again, we want to be very careful with our clients, but by the same token, we want to push them as hard as they can be pushed right now, okay? And so for us, that means that, if a client's doing swings, kettlebell swings with a 25-pound kettlebell, and it's easy, that it looks effortless, you put a 35-pounder in their hands. Or if they're doing more than, say, 12 push-ups on the floor, whatever our rep range is for that day, or 30 seconds and it's easy, then have them put their feet up on a box or move to the next level. I'm always thinking with my clients, what is the progression, what is the regression? Even though we're in a boot camp setting, that doesn't mean that we can't make things harder in some way or another. And that could be as simple as, adding a pause at the bottom of a push-up. But that's really what good coaching is being able to scale the workout for each particular person. And then, taking 10 to 15 minutes at the end of each week to review weekly progress with the client. That could be checking the client's logs. That could be simply going over their goals with them. That could just be giving them a pat on the back based upon what they're doing. But that's our goal, is with each client really to be able to give them that individualized attention in a group setting. As far as client options go, the goal is to move clients from our boot camp into our semi-privates and eventually into our personal training based upon competence. And, you'll always know when, you see clients doing really well, getting their push-up to the floor, being able to maxing out the kettlebells upstairs, that sort of thing. At that point, the goal is to move them on to something a little bit more difficult, which is semi-private training. We're actually doing weight training with them. So that's the goal. Or, if a person has a special interest, then we do personal training as needed. As far as making more money goes, this is really key for somebody that, if your goal is to profit beyond boot camp, the good thing is we have access to a lot of people. And so with our challenges, with our contests that we do, with our cycles, you're going to have the option or the opportunity to sell our clients supplements, to add on personal training sessions. You're going to get a $25 referral fee for each individual that you refer to our program. And that way you can go pretty far beyond the base pay. And that's our goal, is to make you as much money as we possibly can and to provide you the mechanisms to do that. As far as scheduling goes, we offer a Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 5 to 6 a.m. We have a 5 to 6 p.m. every day, and then a 6 to 7 p.m. every day. And again, with that, our goal is to have our clients come as many days as possible, but particularly for those that are new, 3 days is going to suffice. As far as how cycles work, our program consists of 4-week cycles with a week in between. And the way it works with orientation is we do a orientation from generally 6 to 7 on the Thursday and the Friday before the next cycle starts. And that allows us to go over our MFIT program guide with people, weigh people in that are interested in that, do before pictures, and then basic movement screening to see, who is going to go into what program. As far as a new client goes, new client comes in, we want to fill out a questionnaire with them and put them on file, as well as have a waiver on file. That is super, super important. We have a waiver file in our filing cabinet, and we want to make sure that we have those from everybody before they start training. As far as existing clients go, we're going to rescreen at our orientation every 4 weeks. They just come to class as normal, and we do that as part of that particular class. And again, we look at screening week is every 4th week. In terms of keeping track of clients, we have our clients sign in on a weekly sign-in sheet. So that's placed on the warm-up board. At the end of each week, we're going to place that sign-up sheet in the MFIT Logistics notebook in the closet. And then as well, when a new client comes in, they're going to be issued a key tag so they can swipe in at the front desk. It's important that we speak to Frank, the operations manager, with any new client that comes in and just say, Joe Blow has come in, he just started, we need this for him, and that way we have our bases covered there. Before and after pictures are something that I want you to refer to our outline to study further. However, I'm going to give you just a quick overview of how that's done. Our poses are done from the front, from the side, and from the back, with the arms up and down, and when we're looking at the back, the hands are on the hips with the arms overhead. Ideally, we're wearing something fairly form-fitting, so for a woman, it could be a sports bra or a form-fitting shirt. With a guy, obviously we want them to wear no shirt or something form-fitting. And as you can see here, we have arms up, arms down, and that's how we work. Body composition, again, this is another video that I want you to watch in our outline, but 3-side skin fold. For women, it's going to be a little bit different versus men. For both sexes, we're going to get the waist and the arm in terms of measuring tape. And then, with looking at how we actually look at our programs and access our programs, we place our programs into Trainerize, meaning when I write a program, I'm going to put that in a spreadsheet, but then I'm going to put that information in Trainerize for my trainers, and that way they can see what's going on, they can watch the videos. That way, even if I don't, have time to go over it per se, they can still study it and know what they're doing. Okay, so Trainerize is an app, and look for that program that's going to be templated out 4 weeks in advance. In terms of what we teach our clients, our foam rolling routine as well as our warm-up. Those are both posted on the warm-up boards, and again, these are things that I want you to look over in our coach's guide. But the bottom line is, if somebody shows up late, we want them to just do the warm-up. There is no reason why, the person's like, oh, well, what do I do now? Point to the warm-up and say, you do this, okay? There's no reason why they should interrupt class. And, in the beginning, we warm up the same way. Every workout, we warm up the same way. And, eventually the clients remember that. We also issue them a warm-up when they sign up. So, again, just make sure that they know what they're doing there, and then just tell them, hey, I want you to do the normal warm-up. If they don't know what that is, tell them to look on the warm-up board. In terms of rules, basically clean up. I mean, that's really what it comes down to with our clients. Return foam rollers, medicine balls, tennis balls, peanuts to our baskets when we're done, or to the closets. Clean up equipment, spray things off. If somebody comes in late, have them perform the advanced or the beginner warm-up. And then as well, if somebody comes in and they're stretching before another class, like let's say we have at our 5 class, this often happens when our 6 p.m.ers will come in at about 5:45 and start trying to come into that same space. Have them warm up either in the Pilates room or in the the spin room. That way the space is going to be preserved for our clients that are working out in class. As far as support systems go, I don't think I'm going to use that slide, so I'm moving on. As far as maximizing client relationships go, this is important particularly for those clients who you are selling nutrition and who you are holding accountable. All of that stuff is really huge. And for me, what I want my coaches to do is check on clients every couple days and then check their nutrition log, before class one day. And that's going to be important. We invite all of our clients to join a daily, a Facebook group where we're posting daily tips, and that sort of thing. And in challenges, we actually assign them to a workout buddy. But the bottom line is, if you're just coaching class, and you see people randomly coming in and out of your class, it's kind of your responsibility to stick with those people and, put them in a text group in your phone. Text them class at 6 or whatever. Get them excited. Give them little mini challenges. Be a coach. That is the biggest thing. And when problems exist with one individual, take a little bit of time to sit down with that person and work out with them, or work around some things that they're dealing with. Oftentimes we'll send motivational emails to our clients to inspire them to do certain things. and again, our goal is just to make this a learning experience. And so everything that you do, I want you to remember that you are a role model, okay? And so that's a big thing, and we want that to resonate with clients as well. Here, there are a couple ways to hold clients accountable. Again, I put my clients in a text group. I'll send them messages. I'll create a group on Facebook and sometimes mass message them. Just any inspirational thing, an article, doesn't really matter. It's just keeping them accountable. Emails, just a short check-in email, and then checking their nutrition log, 1 to 2 times a week, and that's something that we do as well in our nutrition class. But I think it's important, and I think that that's something that as their coach, tell them to show up maybe 5 to 10 minutes early, or take a little bit of time after class to do that with them. So I want to welcome you to the family, and thank you for working with us. I'm excited to work with you, and it's going to be great.